This is the Songbird. So I made me some oodles and noodles. Excuse me. I made me some noodles with pieces of chicken from the baked chicken. Still good because it's like a freezer in that refrigerator. So as you can see, I got a nice big piece of chicken, not small ones. There's a bone right there for flavor. Lots of chicken here. What you hear in the background is the same show I was watching about serial killers. A lot of people got missing in 1996 and before that, you know. And this is so good with that Asian sauce in it. Garlic and ginger. So I'm gonna shut that down. A meal. So what I don't like is that, you know, you could hear in the background talking about how his father was unavailable, his mother was mean, whatever. I feel like this. I just got a piece of ginger in my mouth. With that chicken and them noodles. You know, I gotta hurry up. I hate mushy noodles. What I don't like is that I don't feel like he should be excused. Not at all. This excusing this lady, she evaluates psycho killers. But these serial killers have wives, children, jobs. They're functional. They're charming. They're wonderful. Not even the kids, the family, or the best friends can believe it. That's how good they are. So good that been killing for over 30 years. One girl, they found her 3 decades ago, but they just solved her murder in 2026. And this is 2026. You know, he got away with it. I don't care what you're looking at on that screen. It doesn't excuse it. I don't care. You know why I can say that? Because, you know, I don't care about what he's talking about, what he went through. I don't care if he got beat to death every daggone day. What does that got to do with murdering people, innocent young people, for nothing? Looking up on the internet how they have violent sex, tying people up sex, and including down to the age of 10 years old. So I don't care what you've been through. There's no excuse for that. When I was 19 was the last time I went to jail for attempted murder. From age 15 to 19, they kept charging me with that. I wasn't thinking that. Well, one time I was. Okay, maybe twice. Well, with all my problems, it wasn't because of, I would say, oh, my mother didn't treat me, she was hard on me, and my father was hard on me, and they made me go to work. Nobody made me, you know. I never did that. And I didn't punish my parents. I didn't go in their face and yell at them and scream at them, talking about you made me do this and that. I've never done that to this day. When I went to jail for 6 times for attempted murder, I didn't approach anyone. They hit me first. Let's get that right. Otherwise, I'd be still locked up. Most likely. Okay? They always hit me first. Cut me, hit me more than once. I'll let you hit me more than one time because, see, when I black out, it's over for you. It's not going to be a fight. It's true. I'm going to try to murder you. This is the truth. I don't need a weapon. I don't need no weapon because I am the weapon. This is not bragging. This is me saying that I know what it feels like to want to kill. But I also know that you can control yourself. Okay? Now, I've had 2 fights, not because I wanted to. A 30-year-old ran up on me 2 years ago. And I let her G hit me like 5 times. I won't lie. I kept trying to turn around and get away from her. I threw her on the ground, turned around. She grabbed me, punched me, I threw her down again, and I turned around to continue to go to the store. She followed me all the way to the store. But by the time when she got me just too upset, by the fifth time she hit me in the face. Some people going fifth time, because I said, I don't have fights. It's kill or be killed. So I try to get away. Because once I start, it's not going to be a fight. I can't stop. And that girl, I had that girl's head between her legs, and I was punching her in the head. It took 4 young girls to get her off of me. She didn't see the 4 people that got her off of me. Somebody asked her, somebody who told me not to talk about it, asked her. She said, it wasn't 4 of them, it was just me. Okay, I didn't dispute it. I don't have time for that. I'm not in competition. I walked away past them. Talking about let's talk about it. I walked right past them both. Okay? A year after that, which was actually last summer, this time last year, she was in the backyard after she made it rain in my living room. Literally the whole ceiling, not one spot. And that was it. I said, this is it. And something bad is about to happen. I didn't mean physically that I was going to get up and attack anybody. I don't like going to jail. Okay? They already let me know that I better not. Even in self-defense. Okay? So that stays in my conscience. But she was outside my back porch with 4 other females that she called, I guess, waiting for me to come outside. Another girl who was an instigator, she comes knocking, talking about, they're out here for you. I said, I don't care, and I closed the curtain and left them out there. Then I heard her saying, yeah, she don't want to come outside because I whooped her ass, beat her ass last time. Her words are beat. I beat her ass before. I didn't say nothing. I don't have to go out there. The instigator said, no, you didn't. Because it took 4 of us to get her arms off of you. It took 4 of us to get her to stop punching you in the head. I heard her say it. Was I going to say that to the police? Hell no. They made me sign something when I was 19 saying I could go to jail. It's too late now. They ain't gonna do nothing to me now. I don't even live there now. And I don't know where she at, and she don't know my name, and that's the end of it. Now, they didn't do shit. I reported it. I did what the judge told me to do from now on when I was 19. I did what he told me to do. They didn't do nothing to her. So now I am telling it. Yes, oh my God, I pulverized her. I pulverized that 30-year-old girl. She was on me. She was bigger than me and stronger. What? And a little taller. I had to put her head down between her legs because she was taller than me. I'm not going for that. You ain't going to be up on top of her. No. And she couldn't get me off of her. So it took 4 of them. They were grabbing both sides of both of my arms. Both of my arms. There was hands on both sides, and I couldn't let her go, and I was still punching her in the head. And then 2 of them got behind her and grabbed her and pulled her away. That is what's really going on. That also happened with the girl a year before that, a year and a half before that, a 23-year-old. Why are you bothering me? You're 23. What? Why are you bothering me? I didn't talk to her like that. I was very respectful. I actually saw that girl grow up from age 16 while I lived in that building. And I treated her with full respect. And she even hit her mother. So, I mean, once you hit your mother on purpose, her mother had a fucking black eye. Then, hey, who am I? Nobody. Yelling and screaming, at her mom. Right? So she could go down and live in another apartment with a boy. You know, once she started screwing, they want to act like they stupid. That's not an excuse either. Because if it is, I never felt that. That never made me want to beat my mother up. Maybe I didn't get it good enough. I don't care how good it is. It's just very horrible and evil. That girl hit me like 3 times. I kept saying, you better go on, you better go on, you better go on. And the same thing happened to her. She hit me like 5 times, like real quick. Like it was them. She was fast. She was young. Shit. And then by the time my arms got warmed up, you know, my shoulders, you know, I'd be screaming about my arms. Boy, once I got my arms to raise, it was over. and I pulverized her. Same thing happened with her. People had to come behind her, grab her from behind to pull her away from me. Because I'll just grab you by the neck and start punching you in the head. In the top of the head, the back of the head, the side of the head, whatever comes to my fist. Okay? Trust and believe. When they got her away from me, she was talking a little bit. I said, you want to fight? The same thing with the other one, the 30-something-year-old. You want to fight some more? Or you want some more? You better go on and leave me. I told you not to bother me. Oh, they never come back after I grab them down. Oh, no, they don't do that no more. Oh, and then what? Now you got to carry a baby everywhere you go like you going to hold your baby as a shield? Every time I come outside to go to the store, if you see me, you grabbing the baby, holding the baby up against your chest like for protection. How? That's just horrible. I wasn't saying nothing. Yeah, but after I pulverized you, then you're like, oh my God, she's a monster. You was the monster. You was chasing me. You was the monster. You woke up the monster. There is a monster inside of me. I keep him sleeping. You're supposed to stay asleep. That monster is for predators, like that serial killer. Not for just regular people, neighbors. What's wrong with you? That's for serial killers or whoever want to come in and try to vandalize or whatever. You ain't getting out happy. That's for sure. Okay? No, I'm not shouting. I get excited. That is the proper word. I definitely get excited. So like you hear me getting a little riled up? Definitely. This ain't no threat. It's real. Please, 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 please. Please, God, don't let nobody come towards me again with their hands up. One of my sisters not one, 2 or 3 of my sisters ran over to me before. I ran from them. I'm not scared. Why would I black out? Why would I want to? I know I have blackouts. I'm not anytime blackouts like somebody tried to take advantage of me. No. I'm talking when somebody's punching me in my fucking head. I'm sorry for cussing, God. Oh my God. When somebody's punching me in the head, I'm going to black out. And legally, I could probably kill you and get away with it. I don't want to talk like that. I'm sorry, God. I'm so sorry. But I mean, you're punching me in the head. So what you think I'm going to be thinking straight after that? You better think twice. Think again. Think very good. It ain't just me. Don't be running up on people, slapping people, and punching people in the head. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if they're going to black out. You causing them to black out. You're hitting them in the head. You're shaking up that brain. You want to shake up somebody's brain and you don't know what's in there. You're going to mess up and get pulverized. Straight up. Now, it's the end of Juneteenth. And I ain't never been a slave. Hopefully people can stop being slaves and running around fighting with people on purpose. Just starting fights, just physically putting their hands on people because they don't like what they said. That's like being a slave too, because you're going to jail for it. You're stupid. That's going to send you and put you in a cage. Why would you do something that's going to get you chained up and put in a cage? That's what I always think about. I don't like that cage. And I don't like handcuffs. I don't like foot cuffs, handcuffs, none of that. I don't like people walking towards me with their hands up. Because, see, I'm not going to have a regular fight. And I'm not going to jail behind people. I'm not going to sit in no cage. Let's call it what it is. It's a cage. Jail is such a nice word. No, it's a cage. I'm not going to the cage. Okay? You want to go to the cage? Well, you want to impress somebody? And who is that impressing? I wanted to murder somebody one time for what they did to my kids, sleeping on my kids' bed, dripping nasty stuff all over the beds. I don't care about the man. You can have him. Don't come in my house and do it. Don't do it outside the house. I seen an episode of Cheaters last week. Her own sister, while she's in there cooking, went in the backyard and screwed her man. Stuff like that, you could get killed. And if you don't get killed, you're going to end up in the cage. Then you're doing the killing going in the cage. I mean, no. That's why she called cheaters. So that holds you back from going in the cage. You know, getting put in the cage because somebody acting stupid. Because that in itself is just evil. Okay? And watching this, it's a 4-part. I had to see it. The family's acting like they're all in disbelief. No, he didn't do it. No, he couldn't have done it. No, he didn't do it. And that's why he's gonna get got. Why he keeps saying, he didn't do it. He's not like that. No, they're not like that. That's why he's gonna get got. This is the songbird. The moon is still big. It's beautiful. It's not surrounded by clouds. Oh, it's so big. It just looks like you could reach up and grab it like an apple. It's a beautiful Juneteenth. But what have you learned? Are you only celebrating the name only? Or did you really make changes? Like soaking your pork in vinegar before you cook it for 2 days in the fridge. No, I'm not a Muslim, but it's true what they say about pork. Yep. Are you still feeding your kids pork with no veggies? Are you doing that? Are you still, are you really honoring Juneteenth by calling Al-Kibulan, not Africa, which is a colonist name, the name of a colonist that went there and intruded and tore up the Spanx and, with all of his armies with their weapons and tore apart different things. See, people just want to hear the good parts, right? You want to just hear the good parts. But did you make any changes? You got high blood pressure. Why? Why do more black people have high blood pressure? I know I don't have that, but I've taken care of many that do. Why do so many black people have high blood pressure? Why? Because you ain't eating the right food. You're eating slave food. You're eating slave food. You're still a slave mentality. It don't matter if you don't like what I'm saying, but it's real. If you're truly, truly honoring those that came between us, you stop feeding your kids and teaching your grandkids to have the same problem. Blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes. Think about it. Think about that. Who's teaching them that? The slave master ain't around no more. The slave master, yeah, they are. They around, but they in white collar. Why? You choose to feed your kids overcooked greens. I'm sorry who don't like it. If they cook more than 25, 30 minutes, that's really taking it far, really. It ain't worth nothing. Are you eating kale, or you think that's just a white people's thing? Right? See, that's a slave mentality. You think that kale is a white people's thing, which is stopping you from prospering. They asked me, what is Swiss chard? They looked at my recipe and said, well, what is those red stems on your greens? What is that? They're called, you still a slave. If you don't know about the greens with the red stems by now, it makes new blood. You ain't gotta be sick. You already sick. If you got high blood pressure, diabetes, yeah, that's definitely from eating that pork without soaking it in the fridge for 2 days. Oh, you thought it was from fruit? You actually believed it, didn't you? That's being a slave. Not eating, you're holding back from your fruit, which keeps you alive longer and regenerates everything inside of you. That's called being a slave. Oh, so what are you really celebrating with all your black power. What are you really celebrating? Did you make any changes? Did you put the ribs on the grill? I know a lot of people eating ribs today. I love ribs. But my ribs are done the way the elders taught me to do it. Not the elders that were still slaves. 'Cause my grandma wasn't nobody's slave. That didn't run in her family like, oh, we just gonna throw this pork up in here and just cook it and eat it. Tasting like musty underarms and stuff with barbecue sauce on it. That spells death. Point blank, period. Okay? This here videotape ain't supposed to be nice. Juneteenth is almost over. Did you learn anything? Or are you still doing the same thing? Are you still a slave?